Mansi, can you zoom it a little bit? Okay, if you saw the 1989 movie Field of Dreams, you probably come away remembering the concept that if you pursue a dream, you will succeed, or if you build it, they will come. I thought of this as I began writing this chapter because I'm suggesting that if you commit yourself, if you commit yourself to matching up with the field of intention, everyone you desire or need to fulfill your personal intention will appear. Flow, how can that be? In the quote above, Goethe, one of the most brilliantly gifted scholars and achievers in the history of humanity, gives you the answer. The moment you definitely commit yourself to being a part of the power of intention, then providence moves too, and unforeseen assistance comes your way. Mansi, can you scroll? Yeah. Okay. The right people will arrive to assist you in every aspect of your life. The people who will support you in your career or are there. The people who will help you to create your perfect home show up. The people who will arrange the finances for whatever you desire are available. The driver you need to get you to the airport is waiting for you. The designer you have admired wants to work with you. The dentist you need in an emergency when you are on vacation just happens to be there, and your spiritual soulmate finds you. The list is endless because we are all in relationship to each other. We all emanate from the same source, and we will all share the same divine energy of intention. There is no place that this universal mind is not. Therefore, you share it with everyone you attract into your life. You will have to let go of any resistance to your ability to attract the right people, or you won't recognize them when they show up in your everyday life. Resistance may be difficult to recognize at first because it is such a familiar form of your thoughts, your emotions. Can you scroll? Emotions and your energy levels. If you believe that you are powerless to attract the right people, then you have attracted powerlessness to your experience. If you are attached to the idea of being stuck up with the wrong people or no people at all, then your energy is not aligned with the power of intention and resistance reigns. The field of intention has no choice but to send you more of what you are desiring. Once again, you make a somersault into the inconceivable, where you have faith and trust in the universal mind of intention and allow the right people to arrive in your life space right on schedule. Removing resistance by allowing. Your intention is absolutely clear here. You want to attract the people who are intended to be part of your life, and you want to have a happy, fulfilling spiritual relationship. The universal all the universal all creating field is already cooperating with your intention. These very people are obviously already there. Otherwise you would want something that has not been created. Not only are the right people there, but you also share the same divine source of all life with them. Since everyone eliminates from that source, in some invisible ways, you are already connected spirituality to those perfect for you people. So why can't you see them, touch them, or hold them? And why are not they there when you need them? What you need in the way of right people showing up will appear for you only when you are ready and willing to receive them. They have always been there. They are there right now. They have always been there. They will always be there. The questions you need to ask yourself are: am I ready? Am I willing? And how much am I willing to have it? If your response to these questions are a readiness and willingness to experience your desires, then you will begin seeing people not only as a body with a soul, but as a spiritual being clothed in a unique body. You will see the infinite souls that we all are, infinite meaning always and everywhere. Meaning with you right now, if that is your spiritual desire. Okay, giving forth what you want to attract. Once you have formed a picture in your mind of the person or people that you intend to show up in your immediate life space, and you know how you want them to treat you and what they will be like, you must be what it is that you are seeking. This is a universe of attraction and energy. You can't have a desire to attract a mate who is confident, generous, non judgmental, and gentle and expect that desire to be manifested if you are thinking and acting in non confident, selfish, judgmental, or arrogant ways, which is why most people don't attract the right people at the right time. Almost 30 years ago, I wanted to attract a publisher into my life for my book, Your Erroneous Jones. This publisher would have to be understanding since I was an unknown writer at the time, and would have to be a risk taker, willing to let go of any doubts about me. My literary agent arranged a meeting with an excellent executive editor, whom I will refer to as George, at a large New York publishing house. As I sat down to talk with him, it was obvious to me that he was personally distraught. I asked him what was troubling him, and can you scroll? Yeah. And we proceeded to spend the next 3 to 4 hours talking about a devastating personal matter that had just transpired the night before. Joe's wife had told him that she was going to seek a divorce, and he felt as though he had been blindsided by this news. I let go of my own desires to talk about getting my book published and became what it was that I was seeking, an understanding, confident, risk taking person. By being that very thing and detaching from my ego dominated desires, I was able to help George out that afternoon, which I have never forgotten. I left George's office that day without even discussing my book proposal. When I told my literary agent this story, he was convinced that I would blown my I had blown my one opportunity with a major publishing house by not making a strong pitch for my book. The following day, George called my agent telling him I really don't even know what Dyer's book personal proposal emails proposal entails, but I want that man as one of our authors. At the time, I did not realize what was happening. Now, with a quarter century of living in this world of spiritual inquiry, I see it quite clearly. The right people will show up precisely when you need them and when you are able to match up. You must be that which you desire. When you are what you desire, you are attracted by radiating it outward. You have this ability to match up with the power of intention and fulfill your intention to attract ideal people and divine relationships. Yeah, somebody want to take over? Any names?
Yes, Manish.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Attracting spiritual partnerships. There is no point whatsoever in an unloving man or woman bemoaning their inability to find a partner. They are doomed to endless frustration because they don't recognize the perfect match when it appears. That loving person could be right there, right now, and their assistant doesn't allow them to see it. The unloving person continues to blame bad luck or a series of external factors for their not having a loving relationship. Love can only be attracted by and returned by love. The best advice I can give for attracting and maintaining spiritual partnership, as I have been emphasizing in this chapter, is to be what it is to be what it is that you are seeking. Most relationships that fails to sustain themselves are based on one or both of the partners feeling as if their freedom has been compromised in some way. Spiritual partnership, on the other hand, are never about thinking another person feel inferior or ignored in any way. The term spiritual partnership simply means that the energy that holds the two of you together is in the close harmony with the source of energy of intention. The meaning that an allowing philosophy flows through the partnership, that you never feared, that your freedom to fulfill your own inner knowledge about your purpose is cautioned. It is as if each person has whispered silently to the other. Your source, uh, your source energy in the physical body, and the better you feel, the more of this loving, kind, beautiful, receptive, abundance, expanding, and creative energy is flowing through you. I respect this source energy. I share it with you as well. When either of us feel downhearted, there is less of this energy of intention flowing. We must always remember that nothing is disallowed by the universal mind. Whatever is not allowing us to be happy is being disallowed by us. I am committed to staying in the energy field of intention and watching myself whenever I slip. This is that very source that brought us together, and I will work to stay in harmony with it. This kind of inner commitment is what Gotre, Gothe was speaking about in the opening quotation. It allows providence to move and help things to occur, which no man could have dreamed would come his way. You are already connected to those who want in your life to act like it. Mystically speaking, there is no difference between you and another person. A weird concept, perhaps, but nevertheless valid. This explains why you can't hurt another person without hurting yourself, nor can you help another person without helping yourself. You share the same source energy with everyone, and constantly you must begin to think and act in a way that reflect your awareness of this principle. When you feel the need to have the right person shows up, begin to change your inner dialogue to reflect this awareness. Rather than saying, I wish this person would show up because I need to get out of this rut, activate a thought that reflect your connection, such as, I know the right person will be arriving in divine order at precisely the perfect time. Uh, now you will act on this inner thought. You will be thinking from the end and anticipating this arrival. Your anticipation will make you alert. You have revised your energy level to the same receptivity as the power of intention that intends everything and everyone here. When you reach these higher energy level, you access higher information. Your intuition clicks in, and you can feel the presence of the person or people you want in your life. Now you act on that intuition with a deep sense of knowing that you are on a track. You, you are you are on a track. You are acting in accordance with this new awareness. You become co-creator. New insight becomes activated within you as well. You are looking at the face of the creator and you see yourself co-creating. You know whom to call, where to look, when to trust, and what to do. You are being guided to connect to that which you are bringing forth. If a friendship or partnership requires the submission of your higher original nature and dignity, it is simply wrong. When you truly know what it is to love, you have loved by your source. You don't experience the kind of pain you did in the past when your love was unnoticed or rejected. It will instead be similar to how a friend described his experience of choosing to leave a relationship. My heart was broken, but it felt like it was stuck in a open position. I felt love flowing towards this person who couldn't love me the way I wanted to be loved. Even as I left the relationship to seek the love I felt inside of me. It was strange to feel the pain of my broken heart and the same time fe- uh, at the same time feel its openness. I kept thinking the heart is broken, but it is broken open. I shifted to an entirely new level of loving and being loved. This relationship I dreamt of having manifested 18 months later. Thank you so much. Richa ji, you can take ahead, please.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Pallavi. You are love. You emanated from pure love. You are connected to this source of love at all times. Think this way, feel this way, and you will soon act this way. And all that you think, feel, and do will be reciprocated in exactly the same fashion. Believe it or not, this principle of the right person showing up has been in place forever. It's only your ego that's kept you from seeing it clearly. Wow, beautiful. It's all unfolding in divine order. By now, you should be affirming that everyone you need for this journey of yours will show up and that they'll be perfect in every way for whatever needs you have at this time. Furthermore, they will arrive at precisely the right moment. In this intelligent system that you are a part of, everything arrives from the field of intention, where the infinite, invisible life force flows through everyone and everything. This includes you and everyone else as well. Trust in this invisible life force and the all creating mind that intends everything into existence. I suggest that you do a quick review and note all of the people who have shown up as characters in this play called your life. It has all been perfect. Your ex spouse showed up at just the right time when you needed to create those children you love so much. The father who walked out on you so that you could learn self reliance left right on time. The lover who abandoned you was a part of this perfection. The lover who stayed with you was also taking his or her cues from source. The good times, the struggles, the tears, the abuse, all of it involved people coming into your life and then leaving. And all of your tears will not and cannot wash out one word of it. Wow. I'm going to read this again. The good times, the struggles, the tears, the abuse, all of it involved people coming into your life and then leaving. And all of your tears will not and cannot wash out one word of it. This is your past, and whatever your energy level at the time, whatever your needs, whatever your station in life, you attracted the right people and events to you. You may feel that they didn't show up when you needed them, that in fact you were alone and no one showed up at all. But I urge you to see it from the perspective of all of life being in divine order. If no one showed up, it was because you needed to handle something on your own and therefore attracted no one to fulfill your energy level at that time. Viewing the past as a play in which all characters and all entrances and exits were scripted by your source and was what you attracted at the time frees you from the very low energies of guilt, regret, and even revenge. As a result, you'll go from being an actor who is influenced by others playing the roles of producer and director to being the writer, producer, director, and star of your glorious life. You will also be the casting director who possesses the ability to audition anyone you choose. Wow. Base your choices on taking the path of no resistance and staying harmonized with the ultimate producer of this entire drama, the universal, all creating mind of intention. A few words about patience. There is a wonderfully paradoxical line in A Course in Miracles. Infinite patience produces immediate results. Wow. To be infinitely patient means to have an absolute knowing within you that you are in vibrational harmony with the all creating force that intended you here. You are, in fact, a co creator of your life. You know that the right people will show up on divinely ordained schedule. Attempting to rush the schedule based on your own timetable is akin to getting down on your knees and tugging at an emerging tulip shoot, insisting that you need the flower now. Creation reveals its secrets by and by, not according to your agenda. The immediate result that you will receive from your infinite patience is a deep sense of peace. You will find the love of the creation process. You will stop making incessant demands and you will start being on the lookout for exactly the right person. I write this with the idea of infinite patience producing immediate results. I know that I'm not alone as I sit here writing. I know that the right people will magically appear to provide me with whatever incentive or material I might need. I have total faith in this process and I stay harmoniously in tune with my source. The phone will ring and someone has a tape they think I like. 2 weeks ago, it wouldn't have clicked with me, but on this day, I listened to that tape while exercising, and it provides me with exactly what I need. I pass someone on a walk, and they stop to talk. They tell me about a book they are sure I would love. I jot down the title, look it up, and sure enough, I have what I need. This goes on every day in some way or another as I surrender my ego mind to the universal mind of intention and allow precisely the right people to help me with my individual intention. The immediate result of infinite patience is the inner peace that comes from knowing that I have a senior partner who will either send me someone or leave me alone to work it out myself. Wow. This is called practical faith, and I urge you to trust in it, be infinitely patient with it, and have an attitude of radical appreciation and awe each time the right person mysteriously appears in your immediate life space. Making your intention your reality. Below is my 10-step program for implementing the intention of this chapter. Does anyone want to read? I can continue, but I just want to make sure that I offer in case because I don't see any names. Okay, I'll continue.
Yeah.
Step 1, move away from hoping, wishing, praying, and begging for the right person or people to show up in your life. Know that is a universe that works on energy and attraction. Remind yourself that you have the power to attract the right people to assist you with any desire, as long as you're able to shift from ego driven energy to match up with the all providing source of intention. This first step is crucial because if you can't banish all doubt about your ability to attract helpful, creative, loving people, then the remaining 9 steps will be of little use to you. Intending ideal people and divine partners begins with knowing in your heart that it's not only a possibility, but a certainty. Step 2, conceptualize your invisible connection to the people you would like to attract to your life. Let go of your exclusive identification with the appearance of your body and its possessions. Identify with the invisible energy within you that sustains your life by directing the functions of your body. Now recognize that same energy source flowing through the people you perceive to be missing from your life. And then realign yourself in thought with the person or persons. Know within you that this power of intention connects the two of you. Your thoughts of creating this merger also emanate from that same field of universal intention. Step 3, form a picture in your mind of meeting the persons you would like to have assist you or be in partnership with you. Manifesting is a function of spiritual intention matching up in vibrational harmony with your desires. Be as specific as you would like, but don't share this visualizing technique with anyone because you will be asked to explain yourself, defend yourself, and have to deal with the low energy of doubt that will inevitably occur. This is a private exercise between you and God. Never allow your picture to be blurred or corroded by negativity or doubt. Regardless of any obstacles that may surface, hang on to this picture and stay in loving, kind, creative, peaceful harmony with your always expanding and endlessly receptive source of intention. Step 4. Act upon the inner picture. Begin to act as if everyone you meet is a part of your intention to attract ideal people into your life. Share with others your needs and desires without going into detail about your spiritual methodology. Make calls to experts who might be of assistance and state your desires. They will want to help you. Don't expect anyone else to do the work of attracting the right people for whatever you seek, be it a job, admission to a college, a financial boost, or a person to repair your automobile. Be proactive and stay alert for signs of synchronicity, never ignoring them. If a truck drives by with a phone number advertising what you need, jot the number down and call. See all so-called bizarre coincidences surrounding your desires as messages from source and act upon them immediately. I assure you that they'll occur repeatedly. Step 5. Take the path of least resistance. I use the word resistance here as I have several times in part 2 of this book. Thoughts such as the following are actually a form of resistance to have your intentions manifest. This stuff isn't practical. I can't just materialize my ideal person by my thoughts. Why should I be treated any better than all of those others who are still waiting for Mr. Right? I tried this before and a real idiot came into my life. These are thoughts of resistance that you are placing right in the way of source sending you someone. Resistance is lowered energy. Source is high, creative, expansive energy. When your thoughts are low energy vibrations, you simply can't attract the high energy people you need or desire. Even if they came rushing up to you announcing, here I am, how can I serve you, I'm willing and able, and carrying a sign saying I am yours, you wouldn't recognize or believe them while you are so busy trying to attract more of what you can't have and don't deserve. Wow, this is beautiful. Step 6. Practice being the kind of person you wish to attract. As I have touched on before, if you want to be loved unconditionally, practice loving unconditionally. If you want assistance from others, extend assistance whenever and wherever you have the opportunity. If you would like to be the recipient of generosity, then be as generous as you can, as frequently as you can. This is one of the simplest and most effective ways of attracting the power of intention. Match up with the forthcomingness of the universal mind from which everyone and everything originates while extending it outward, and you will attract back to yourself all that you intend to manifest. Step 7. Detach from the outcome and practice infinite patience. This is the crucial step of faith. Don't make the mistake of evaluating your intentions as successes or failures on the basis of your little ego and its time schedule. Put out your intention and practice everything that's written in this chapter and in this book, and then let go. Create a knowing within and let the universal mind of intention handle the details. Step 8. Practice meditation, particularly the japa meditation, to attract ideal people and divine relationships. Practice the repetition of the sound that is in the name of God as a mantra, literally seeing in your mind's eye the energy you are radiating, bringing the people you desire into your life. You will be astounded at the results. I have provided examples throughout this book of how the practice of japa meditation has helped people manifest their dreams almost like magic. Step 9. Look upon everyone who has ever played any role in your life as having been sent to you for your benefit. In a universe peopled by a creative, divine, organizing intelligence, which I am calling the power of intention, there are simply no accidents. The wake of your life is like the wake of a boat. It's nothing more than the trail that's left behind. The wake doesn't drive the boat. The wake is not driving your life. Everything and everyone in your personal history had to be there when they were. And what's the evidence for this? They were there. That's all you need to know. Don't use what transpired in the wake or the wrong people who showed up in your wake as a reason why you can't attract the right people today. It's your past, nothing more than a trail you have left behind. Step 10. As always, remain in a state of eternal gratitude. Even be grateful for those whose presence may have caused you pain and suffering. Be thankful to your source for sending them and to yourself for attracting them to you. They all had something to teach you. Now be grateful for everyone God sends to your path and know as a co creator that it's up to you to either resonate with the high, loving energy of intention and keep those like energized people in your life or to give them a silent blessing and a pleasant no thank you. And the emphasis is on the thank you, for that is true gratitude in action. How many pages are left? I just wanted to see because we only have 2 minutes, right?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's just 2 pages.
Oh, okay.
Not even
Yeah.
one. So we finish it, yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. In Lynn McTaggart's fabulous book, The Field, The Quest for the Secret Force of the Universe, she offers us this scientific perspective on what I have written in this chapter. Our natural state of being is a relationship, a tango, a constant state of one influencing the other, just as the subatomic particles that compose us cannot be separated from the space and particles surrounding them, so living beings cannot be isolated from each other. By the act of observation and intention, we have the ability to extend a kind of super radiance to the world. Emphasis mine. Through relationships with others and by using the power of intention, we can radiate outward all of the energy necessary to attract what we desire. I urge you to move into this awareness now and know in your heart, just as the farmer in Field of Dreams knew, that if you build this inner dream, surely it will come. All right, fantastic chapter. I loved it.
Yeah, it was so deep. Very deep indeed. The next chapter is it is my intention to optimize my capacity to heal and be healed. Wow.
Wow.
Again, beautiful one. We'll read
Yes.
this on Monday. Yeah. So I think there are three, four more, two, three more chapters left now, I think. And I think
Yeah.
we'll just check once, give me a minute because then we'll get an idea when the book is. I think this is the last chapter, I'm thinking. Is the 13th one the last one? I don't know.
No, I don't think it's the last, or maybe it is. I thought that there were like
So the
14 or
last one
15.
is with the connection, how the part three, what we read at the first beginning of the book. So I think this is the second last one. So the author asked us, no, this is 14, and yeah, two, three more chapters. So we'll finish this book on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe. So right now we are reading like one chapter a day almost, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So there are three more chapters. 13, 14, and then we'll repeat this last chapter which we read in the beginning, how the person with the connection looks like.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So we'll finish almost by Wednesday or something. A very deep book indeed. So I definitely would want to have to read it again to understand it
Ye-
deeper. Not like a
yes.
one for me. Okay, yeah, we're open for conversation and discussion. So please feel free to share whatever your insights are. Even one line, even anything that has touched you today. Everyone, I would suggest that let's keep it short and let's everyone get an opportunity to speak. So everyone just keep it short and just give everyone the opportunity, and then you can take your chance to speak again if there is more that you want to share. That I think could be a good practice. So yeah, feel
Yes.
free who would
Mansi,
go first.
Mansi, just a second. Your voice is echoing again. So what I would suggest is that other screen,
Like,
right? You can just disconnect the audio whenever you are
no,
connecting through two devices, right?
no, I there is not an option like that. So I keep it to the minimum. So I don't know why that doesn't happen, but somehow.
No,
But I
but there,
I
like if you click on audio, right, you can leave audio on one of the screens.
yeah, I should do that. It by default like it's the setting I need to change maybe. I'll do that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll right now I'll disconnect with the screen. So anyways, the reading is done, no? So it won't
Yeah.
happen. Okay. So we are open for discussion. Who would want to go first? Share anything. Anyone who wants to leave early can go first.
Yeah, I have to leave early. So for me, I
Yeah,
think
go ahead.
I've fallen in love with the word synchronicity. Uh, Everything is coming on those lines only. And the one thing that I liked about this or loved about this is the fact that if you are not open to the intentions, you will not see uh, the good things that are coming on your way because you are hell bent on something that is not, looking at or stressing for things which might not be for you. So that is one thing that I liked, that you have to uh, open yourself up to be able to or to be in a position to see the things that are coming your way and appreciating them. It could be in your personal life as well as in your professional life also. And everyone comes uh, in connect with you to teach you something. It could be a positive lesson or it could be a negative lesson. But each one of the people who have been a part of your life has were required to be there, and so don't there's no space for regrets or ifs and buts. Yeah, so that is what made home for me did from this chapter.
Yes, yes. Yeah, very true. Yeah. Anyone else? Please feel free. Yeah, yes.
Yeah, this.
Richa, Manish. Yeah.
Yeah, just to add on what Sunita ji said.
See, see,
Yeah,
for the reading
Just
today.
a minute, just a minute. Pallavi, let her finish, and then you can add. Yeah, yeah, Pallavi, finish since you started.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. What just to add what the author, what the Sunita ji just shared, कि the author says कि first of all, the author told us how to reframe the sentence. दैट आई लाइक वेरी मच कि जैसे कि पिनाकी सर हमेशा बताते हैं कि रिफ्रेम द सेंटेंसेस कि ये नहीं कि आई वांट दिस पर्सन, नहीं आई नो द राइट पर्सन हु विल बी कनेक्टेड टू मी एट अ राइट टाइम, मतलब इस तरह से कुछ ऑथर ने लिखा था. एंड सेकेंडली, इफ somebody doesn't turn up when you are required, then it means कि you have मतलब you have to go through that by all yourself. मतलब इसमें लिखा था ना कि if nobody is turning up, then it means that you have to go that part all alone, and you are efficient enough and sufficient enough to follow that part. Thank you.
Yes, yes. I like that too. Yeah, Manishi, you can add now.
Yeah, regarding today's reading, I think the author, through this power of intention, what he's trying to suggest is that, everything we desire, like maybe the process, people, events, resources, they all exist around us. It is only that, we have to feel positive, and we have to try all those options in a mindful way so that we get the right one at the right time, and have patience with that. And uh, that if there's a strong power of intention. So when you feel positive, and you are fully focused on your intention, you are at a high frequency, and with that high frequency you attract what you desire, basically, through people, resources, events, and other things that you need. And whatever we experience in life, that is giving a learning to us, whether through a good experience or bad experience, but it teaches a lesson for getting us better. So I think we should, and whatever all the discoveries we see all around us, all the major discoveries, they all came through the power of intention, imagination, and so many things like that. And there are there are clear examples of that. If we really focus on our power of intention in a conscious way, the outcome is confirmed, basically. So we should not be limiting to any thoughts, or anything which comes our way. The power of intention has the power over anything else, basically. So, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That was really true. And that's the essence of the book. Every time he's talking about intention and linking it with everything in all the book, right? So yeah, yes, Pallavi. Pallavi has written, I know the right person will be arriving uh in at the right order precisely at the perfect time. Yes. Even I love that part a lot. Yeah. Anyone else wants to add? Like, yes, Leena, Rajesh, anything you would want to add?
Quickly, Mansi, I want to add one more thing. I find it useful that, I was reading some in a related book. I think that is related to that. The people who have been successful in like all the major discoveries, right? So they have failed more times than what most of the people have tried. So, we should never be let down of our failure or anything like that. It all just, it's all is it all, you are every time you are putting a conscious effort, you are getting one step closer to your success. So nothing should stop you to follow your power of intention. And that's what, all the discoveries have been made. And the God has given us everything what we need: time, resources, people, intention, to make it happen. So we should strongly believe that, and with high emotions, so that we always are full of energy to work on that. And we should really test our power of intention. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, very true, very true. I do agree that there are when these big things are getting created, like I always have this a when I wonder this, that how does it happen na? Like so many, like when they make that big movies, or big budget films, or so many big things, that some great discoveries by some scientists, and so many things, how everything fall in place for them. But yes, because they are somewhere very much connected to all this power of intention. The author is calling it power of intention. Many people can call it with different names, source energy, or whatever, like whatever name you give it, that's not important. But what is important, that there is something higher than us, and that is supporting us all the time. And I recently watched, like when we were watching some movie, like making and some things like that. I remember there are these new Marathi movies that we like that have come. Like nowadays, it started that there are many movies being made on Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, and now recently Chhawa was a big hit in at least in Mumbai. So it's on his son, and there are books on that movies, and they were always famous. They are always very close to the Maharashtrian people's heart and all of that. Even Bahubali, for that matter, who which everybody must be knowing anyways. So I feel so in that they mentioned that 2 3 incidences I remember. These people, the actors who were playing these lead roles, they mentioned that they felt the energy when they were shooting at that locations, and there were also synchronicities in that shooting spaces also, where they mentioned that the day when we were shooting the final scenes or some very, very important scenes, it happened to be synchronistically the same days when the event has actually happened. Like for example, if right now Chava is getting very, very, like it hit some crores, and it got very, very popular, and almost it's getting dubbed also now in many languages. So the lead actor, who, what's his name, I don't remember. If anyone is aware of that, please help me with that. But he just mentioned that when he was doing that scene of Rajabhishek, when the king is actually getting crowned, at that scene he said, I just was crying and crying every single time I was trying to climb up the steps of the throne. So he said I was just crying continuously, and that is why we had to reshoot the scene. And later on, they discovered that that was the same day when the actual Rajabhishek of Sambhaji Maharaj had happened. So I think so we were just having a conversation, me and my husband, the other, like a few days back, that it was like basically maybe these, if we really believe in all of these energies now want this to come to the people, and they want people to be aware of it, and so they are somewhere in operation, and that's why all these things are getting created so much, and they are getting, and now even the book which was very, very famous earlier, and which was not so read in the middle period. Now my husband is into publishing, so he just mentioned that now the book has also got a boom because of the movie. So I don't know, things are just falling in place. This was just one of my I'm trying to connect what we are reading with this just experience. And yeah, so many places, even the author story about that this thing, right, of the when he just went to the publisher, and he did not explain the book, but then still the relationship happened of working with him. So yeah, sorry I took a little longer, but yeah, please add whoever has not spoken yet. I would highly recommend them to please feel free, because we have observed that when you have a lot to share, but sometimes we just hold ourselves back. But when you share, it really helps even you to process the learning, and others by listening to your insights, which may not be just discussed otherwise. So, Leena, Rajesh, at least one point, whatever you felt like a takeaway from the reading today. Did you like it? Anything?
Yeah, it's very nice, Mansi. I felt that they have mentioned that we have to first turn into the person whom we want to attract at or idealize. So that is really powerful because many a times we just take it lightly on how we have to be, thinking that what we wish is it might be different from what we want to be, right? We might wish many things, but how we are in this world, how we are attracting the negatives because we are always thinking on negative things, or maybe uh, not the perfect person. But if we turn into the nice person or to the positive person, then obviously we will have a positive environment around us. So I like that point very much. Thank you.
Yeah. Good morning to all.
Yeah. Hi, Pranavi.
Yeah.
Pranavi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything quick, like, because yeah, Richa has also raised her hand. Yeah. Go
Actually,
on. Go on.
I'm just reading the book beforehand, Mansi, because I have my yoga session. So yes,
Okay.
I'm just
Okay. Yeah.
logging in at 8:05 or 8:10 like that. Anyways,
Okay. Go on. Go on. Go
what
on.
I thought was, in order to become the personality of what you want, again, you need certain alignment within you from the universe or the intention or whatever. So today morning I read that how do I feel good should be the only thing in our minds. Like whenever you get a certain negative shift or some kind of sadness or whatever, you should immediately switch on to the five powerful words. That is, how do I feel good? So when you really have a certain list with you, like how to feel good, so immediately we can just switch on to those things which are good. So immediately when you shift your mind to what feels good about ourselves, then directly you'll get connected to your inner child. So once you get connected again, you will be in alignment with it.
So you will get the clarity how to become the personality which you have aimed for. So I thought I was just thinking about the how concept when you people were discussing. So I think this point would also make a addition to what you are thinking.
Yeah. We read it yesterday, and thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, because that really connects very well. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of the important point, like to be aligned with the intention. Very true. So thank you
Yeah,
for bringing that.
the best example is yesterday I was feeling little low. Then immediately I was able to connect what is the thing which will give happiness to me in a positive way that too. So immediately I just went for a workout or a stroll for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then there was again a shift in my mind. So yeah, that's what I just thought of sharing. Thank you all.
Thank you for adding that. That really helps. Yeah, very true, very true. And well pointed it out at the right time. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Richa,
Yes.
go on, go on.
Yep. Okay, few pointers that resonated with me from today's reading. Uh, I love the part where he says, remove resistance by allowing more. And he had given some questions that you can ask yourself. So I had noted them down. Am I ready? Am I willing? How much am I willing to having it? So it's just very profound, and I think I'm going to add these prompts in my journal so that I keep asking these questions to me for different things that I'm wanting in my life. Um, the other part where the author mentioned, be what it is you are seeking. I actually for the past few months, a repeating thought keeps occurring in my head, and I keep getting this message. I don't know if it's my inner voice or some angel that's guiding me. But the way I phrase it is, what you are seeking is within you, Richa, is how I converse with myself. And this has been happening over the past several months. So I think I saw that in alignment with what the author was trying to say. Um, the other part that I really loved was where he says all characters in this play called your life, and how they are all playing a role. And again, this resonates with me because for years I have worked through some very difficult relationships, and I have healed them and continue to do so. And with different modalities that I have used, like therapy and other things, um, I have always reminded myself that they were all playing a role. And so this idea really resonated with me. And I loved this line specifically because several times in my journey, and we all do this, right? We all feel alone at some point of time. So when the author said, if no one showed up, it's because you needed to handle something on your own. So I think that's number one lesson for self-reliance. And I cannot agree more with this. Um, Also, the part where he says, he signifies that there will be a shift from you being an actor or from me being an actor to then becoming a producer, director, and even the casting director of this whole play of which is my life, right? So I love that. It's very empowering, and I really admire his way of writing for doing this for all of us. Um, and lastly, love the idea of infinite patience produces immediate results, and that immediate result is, of course, unending peace. So loved it. Thank you.
Yeah, that was very true and very beautiful. Even I wanted to
Thank you, Rita,
point
for
it out,
sharing
the movie part. Yeah, the movie
because
related,
I
like
can give a
movie.
revision. Yeah. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Go on, go on, go on. Yeah.
No, no, thank you, Richa, because you have just discussed the pointers so that once again, I can just go and work on that and give a reading.
Yeah. So I just remembered of this when the author was sharing about that all your struggles, all your people that come into your life, even the abuse or whatever that happens, that is with an intention and something like that. So that just reminds me that of this concept that they say that We are all souls and we choose our partners in this lifetime. So we choose people, we choose situations and incidences just to help us rise at the higher level. So right from our kids to our parents to our close relationships are all chosen in a way for the soul's upbringing, for the soul to rise at a higher path or whatever, like for its higher purpose or something like that. So I just remembered of that part when the author shared about that, like every person, and it's like a movie that we are playing and directing, and it's also about understanding our roles. Sometimes we get too entangled in our roles, but somewhere if we just, I think this really helps, that if we just are able to separate ourselves from our roles, then I think we find it easy to deal with things. Because if we are an officer or a CEO in your office, then maybe at home you have to put that role outside and then you have to be a parent. If you're a parent, like it's like that, like with every relationship you are having a different role, and if we are able to switch in switch off properly, that really helps us live life in a better way, is what harmonious way is what I feel, and that really helps me personally. So yeah, Rajesh is the one who's not spoken anything else so yet. So you want to share something, Rajesh? Is he listening? Hi, Rajesh. You there? Okay, I don't. Yeah, I think he's walking. Yeah, hi, Rajesh. Please add something. Anything that was your uh learning from today's reading that caught your attention? Yes, we are not able to hear you. I think there's some issue with the audio. Oh, oh, I think there's, maybe you can type in that case, or you can just rejoin if that's the thing. If you're trying to speak and we are not able to hear you. Okay, anyone else in the meanwhile want to add something?
Yeah, I'll add
We'll close
something.
in a while.
The thing
Yeah.
is,
Okay.
some people came to our life. Let's say you had some bad experiences with them, right? So I think they teach you some lesson in some way to make you better in that area. So I think, and also, like when we work on something and we see failures, right? So so failure teaches us more than successes. So the failures, bad experiences, and things like that, I think teaches us so many important things that are important for us to grow. So we should also be thankful to them to teach us something important to us in our life. So that's also, I think, the author was emphasizing. So yeah, I like that statement. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yes. I think Pallavi shared she has something to share at the
Ye-
end. So you want to share it, Pallavi?
Yes, yes. Just a small thing that I connected with the book author very much, and it's highlighting in my mind again and again. The right person shows up at a right time. So this I have experienced quite few numbers of time, that if you surrender yourself and instead of bothering ki how this thing happens, and if you surrender yourself, then the right person comes on your way. And I have experienced this twice at many times ki the right person comes as a shield to you. Matlab, when I was looking for, I wanted to change my daughter's school. So I don't know how out of blue the one of the best school owner came on my way. In same way, when my son was abroad, he lost his passport. Out of blue, one migration officer, मतलब जो उसी place का था, मतलब दुबई का ही था, he crossed our way. So sometimes this divine magical things happen only when you surrender yourself fully and believe in the this power of intention. So so this is only I want to share. मतलब मतलब ये लाइन बार बार मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा मैनिफेस्ट कर रही है और बहुत ज़्यादा मतलब हाईलाइट हो रही है, so I wanted to share it.
Wow, very, very beautiful. In fact, very true. Has happened with me too many a times, and I think it happens with every one of us. It's just that we are either not noticing it or we are forgetting about it. but it happens with many of us that we are like something is needed and something, we are in a problem or a situation or something like that, and something just magically turns up and things just get resolved. Or even for when we manifest something, everything happens out of the blue. So yeah, very very true. Thank you, Pallavi. I think it's all about where we put our energy. So they say, right, like where your energy, where your attention goes, energy flows. So when we're too much into something and thinking about something in a good way, in keeping our vibrations high, I think things just fall in place. And that reminds me of the part that when the author also shared about the japa importance. So he keeps repeating that I'm not so much into all of this, but I last year I remember there was this very strong insight of wanting to do this Krishna or Hare Nam jap, but I somehow did it for a while, but I did not do it like very, very regularly. So now I feel it's coming back again and again. So I just have to do that. So maybe that's very important, I feel, because I'm not so much of a religious person or a spiritual person in that sense where I do a lot of puja. But I do the regular things. That's it. Like I don't do too much into all of that. But I think that's coming again and again, and I feel that's very beautiful and important. And I recently also saw one of the podcast where that lady talked about various mantras and how that mantras have a profound effect on your life. So, like she said that there is a mantra for sleep where you can actually sleep if you try that mantra for just 15 days. If you have insomnia or of sleeping issues, there are different mantras for some diseases. She said that some people she just gave some mantras and those disappeared. So I'll just look into them and I'll just share those mantras because that's a podcast in Marathi, so maybe everyone will not be able to connect with it on a language level. So I'll just do a little work and I'll just put out the mantras and I'll share with everyone for what reason you can have what mantra, and I think that will help whoever needs it. So let me just give that try. Yes, I'll do that, and thank you for that. It just reminded me of the japa thing he just repeated, which maybe I thought was for me. So yeah, anyone else? And Richa, I think, is already into this, and she has experienced the beauty of this japa meditation and all of that. She's into meditation and yoga, and Pranavi is
Yeah,
Yes.
also
Mansi.
doing yoga.
Yeah,
Yeah.
want to add what you said now. This is all through power of attraction. When you have faith in the power of the universe, right? And it's see, our mind is just like a power. It's like a radio station. And belief. कि ठीक है, I'm doing my best, and I have faith in the energy of the universe, and I'm feeling full of love and faith, and things will happen for me through the power of intention. So the right thing happens for you to take care of you. So I think we should believe in that power of intention, and through the law of attraction, you attract what you need at the right point of time. So we need to have that faith in the energy of the universe. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. It really helps when we take these things just as like if things are happening our way, it's great that we are aligned. And if we are not happening our way, then maybe there is something in it that we need to still learn or get ready for. So if we just have this belief and we go by it, then nothing disappoints us, and we go into this is what I observed and this is what I follow, that we just go into that acceptance and surrender in a way that okay, it's just time maybe for me to either get ready for this till I attract the right thing, or maybe I need to learn something that needs to get me out of the loop. For me, I've experienced that like there was a point, like I have always been like a very giving person, and so I have always also encountered people who have been taking advantage of me and making use of that softness a little for like their own benefit, and then eventually I was left with a very bad position. But then eventually it was my learning to take my stands, to be vocal about some things, to be assertive and things like that. And as I learned that, as I did that, I don't see that happening with me anymore. Or I know, like, even if someone is doing that, it's my choice to allow them to do it or not, because I just focus on my karma. Like It's my thing that this kind of a thing. So I think these things happen as you evolve. They say, right, like that you are always vibrating at 2 point higher or low with people. Like people come into your life, and either you are 2 point higher or lower. Those people are there around you, or we can say just 2 to 5 points, we can say. But otherwise, you don't attract such people. So it happens either like if you are vibrating higher, the people from lower frequencies can bother you to a certain extent, and either they lose the power over you, or they automatically situation or something's turn around in such a way that just they go off your surrounding and space. So you're detached with them in a way. So something or the other happens is what I have always observed, and I believe in it. So yeah,
Yeah,
Rajesh,
Mansi, from their end, you're giving a thought. I mean, how they are affecting you or impacting you. But then, if you look at it at a different angle, no, Mansi, in the steps of spiritual practice or in the steps of evolution, you should always have that selflessness. All right. So when you give a certain service, obviously people do take advantage of it. Because I was a coach when I trained my kids, and literally mothers used to just drop their children to just have some peace of mind. Rather, they used to not think that my child is getting some knowledge and they're growing up. That was not their main concern. Their main concern is to just drop the kid to have some peace of mind. So I faced all these situations, but then in order to grow spiritually, the first thing is you need to be selflessness. So these all people will trade you to such a certain degree that you will become from selfishness to selflessness. So you just attain that degree. It's not actually not that easy to attain that. But then seeing with this all these personalities and still you are very strong at doing a certain service, you will definitely become selflessness. And once you attain that selflessness, you're very near to the spiritual path. So I mean, from so many years I'm doing this service. So now that I'm like very happy that whenever people do take advantage of me while taking a service or anything like that, I would feel that I'm nicely shifting all my energies from selfishness to selflessness. And that's a great attainment for spirituality too. So in that way, I think. So I thought this would be
yeah,
helpful to you.
yeah.
Yeah.
In this context, it's true. I do the same, but I'm not talking in that context. I was talking when people actually
They do take
like
advantage. True, true,
use you for something, and then they are just bitter on your face. Like
true, true.
they're not even like considerate about as the work is done, they just turn their faces or do something like that. They show the other this thing. So kind
Yeah,
of that of this thing when it
professional.
feels very bad, like you don't want to be taken an advantage of in that way, right?
True.
So
So
that's something which I was speaking
that
of.
is
But yeah,
again,
but yeah,
even
it all
my,
eventually it helps us, right, to evolve. Like
yeah,
and then and then you start understanding people better, and then you are okay with it. Like you're like okay, you're showing me your this thing, right? Like it's like
true.
the person showing their true nature to us, and it has nothing to do with us. As we learn to understand this, it starts affecting us in a way. So
Yes, you
that's
will
fine.
be, you'll seriously get detached. You'll get attachably detached to them. That's really a
Yeah.
magical
So
condition.
we do our work, whatever we are supposed to do or whatever we feel like giving or doing, and then we are detached from the outcome as such. So we
True,
we are very
true.
much okay with whatever comes from them. We don't have any expectations. So that
Yes.
really helps, is what I was saying.
And even the
So
other day, my daughter was telling the same thing. How come they can be so mean? How come they can behave like that? Then I
yeah,
told
the main
to
behavior
her,
I'm talking about.
yeah, I
Yeah,
told her that you are a social animal and you need people around you. And for them, it's absolutely okay if you leave them also. But for you, you need all those relations and all that, no? So for that reason, you need to just adjust for some few things so that you can have a good relationship with them. Then he was like, okay,
yeah.
yeah, thank
I
you.
think Rajesh, have you tried joining and want to speak something? Because I think you were trying to speak, but we were not able to hear you. So if there is anything, you can share. Otherwise, yeah, Pallavi wants to share something, and then we'll close because I think we have had a good discussion. I think Rajesh is not unmuting, so maybe he doesn't want to share anything. Yeah, Pallavi, you can
Uh,
share.
Mansi, the thing you told, that lesson I got in my very childhood. I had one of my jijajis who were in the railway. So he was posted in Lucknow only. So we had very close term with him. So what happened one day, Gigi came to our house and she told me कि everybody calls to Jijaji for his for the confirmation of railway ticket, but they don't never ever remember us on Holi, Diwali, just to greet us, or on a birthday, on a special days. So she feel very offended. She said, "I don't want to pick phone of any of the relatives, but because they just call me up to say to get their ticket confirmed, and that changed my life forever." मतलब now I keep reminding people. मतलब मेरा तब आज जो मेरी सबसे बड़ा एसेट है कि I keep sending people on birthday personal messages, on Diwali greetings, whether whether I have any intention फॉर मतलब मेरे को उनसे कोई हेल्प चाहिए या नहीं चाहिए, लेकिन अब वो मेरी हैबिट पड़ गई है। क्योंकि कई लोगों को जब आप केवल काम के समय में हेल्प करते हैं ना, तो दे फील वेरी ऑफेंडेड। आप कितना भी थैंक यू कह दो, लेकिन दैट डोंट फिल अप द गैप व्हाट आई रियली फील आफ्टर द Mansi share. Yeah.
Yeah, very true, very true. Very beautiful share again, Pallavi. Because yes, I do agree. There are many places where people who are on very good positions, or they do have to face this things by people. Like people are sweet to them just for their positions and things like that. And yeah, very true. आपने एकदम exact example बताया कि ऐसे ही होता है, कई कई बार होता है, like especially with relatives. And yeah, so thank you. You actually shared that. It was an insight for me also, because I sometimes go out of touch with people, and then although I remember them, I don't keep calling them or being in regular touch with them. That is one of my thing I want to improve upon. So yeah, thank you for reminding that. It really helps me personally. So yeah, very true, very true. Anything else? किसी को कुछ बोलना है या फिर we'll close the room?
I just want to add that, what Panavi shared and Pallavi shared. See, the thing is, everybody has their own karma, so we should focus on our own karma, and don't really focus too much on what we can't change, right? So we should focus on our karma, and I think uh, that also teaches us a lot attachment and detachment. You know, when if everybody will go by what we think, we'll never learn detachment. And but sooner or later we need some kind of learning in that area. So I think is all like the process of life. uh, People will do their thing in their own way. So I think that's okay, as long as we are doing our karma the right way and making. I think that's what it is. And with that experience, I think we should learn detachment also. Like, don't focus too much on others and things like that, because it will only make you weak and distract you from your own karma. So that's like a blessing in a disguise. Yeah.
Wow, yeah, very true, very true. Okay, so shall we close for today? It's already late. So
Yeah.
we'll catch
Yes.
up on Monday now with a wonderful chapter on healing. I would highly recommend everyone to please join and don't miss it. So because we get some beautiful insights and shares together. So just three more days and we'll finish this chapter. Then we'll go with the Happiness Project book by Deepa, and then we'll start with something new next week. So if you have any suggestions for this morning time, feel free. We'll go with books that will keep us aligned throughout the day for something. So in the morning time, especially. So yeah, thank
All
you
right.
everyone.
Thank you
Have a
so
great
much, Mansi. Have a
Thank
yeah.
great
Bye
you.
weekend. Bye bye.
bye.